Give Bees a Chance. Words and pictures by Bethany Barton. This is labeling a bunch of different types of bees. We've got a European honeybee, the most common, a common bumblebee, a wool carder bee, cellophane bee, he's underground mostly, sweat bee, southeastern blueberry bee, squash bee, and mining bee. This is my best buddy Edgar. We love all the same things, like board games and dinosaurs, strawberries, and honey. And of course, bees! Except that I don't really like bees. Sure you do. Didn't I tell you there are about 25,000 different kinds of bees to love? Then it names tons of types of bees. Maybe. And then I told you all about the 3 types of honeybees. Queens, there's only 1 per hive. Drones, large males with no stinger. Their job is to find a queen to mate with. And the workers. Small, sterile females with stingers. Their job is everything else. They have to gather nectar, pollen, and water, make the honey, feed baby bees, build and protect the hive, make royal jelly to feed the queen, and more. Ah! Get away from me! Gently blow on the bees to make them scatter. Go ahead. Whew, thanks. Like I was saying, I don't like bees. But why? Mostly because of their stingers and attached venom sacs, which are the cause of painful bee stings. That part you told me last week. Last Sunday. Edgar, brave tears, the ouch. Super mean bee and his stinger. But that was just 1 bee. Couldn't you still give bees a chance? Maybe I just need to remind you how weird and cool a honeybee's anatomy is. They have 5 eyes. 3 tiny, simple, 1-lens eyes called ocelli. 2 large compound eyes with thousands of lenses. They have 2 stomachs, a honey stomach or crop for turning nectar into honey, and a bee stomach for digesting the nectar. 4 wings locked together for flying, then they come apart for easy storage. 6 legs complete with pollen basket, an area on the hind legs that can store almost 1 million grains of pollen. And then the stinger. Ouch. This is like bee operation. Bee puration. Maybe you just need some time to get to know them? How about millions of years? You know, bees lived with dinosaurs. Scientists have found bee fossils from millions of years ago. And even ancient Egyptians kept bees. Hieroglyphic symbol for a bee was found with the Egyptians. In fact, honey from bees was found in Egyptian tombs, and it was still edible. Ooh, honey. Perfect. Maybe you just need some honey. Bees make honey. Why are you telling me all this stuff? So you'll give bees a chance. Once you learn how great they are, you're bound to fall in love with them. check out how honey is made. First step, a bee gathers nectar from flowers. Nectar goes into a special honey stomach called a crop. Contents of the crop are spit up into a new bee's mouth. The new bee breaks down the sugars of the nectar within her own crop, and the processed nectar is passed along to several more bees, who each break down the nectar in their crops until it becomes honey. Then the honey gets barfed into a honeycomb cell. And fanned by the wings of bees to evaporate moisture. Lastly, it's sealed with beeswax to keep it safe until it's eaten. Did you say barf? Just 1 pound of honey takes 2 million flowers and thousands of bees to create. Too many bees! Blow gently on the bees to make them scatter. Go ahead. It looks like I haven't convinced you just yet. Nope, because they're all gonna sting me. Oh, well, bees do sting sometimes, but not because they're mean. Stinger stories. Bees only sting to defend themselves. You look delicious. Back off! Or to avoid getting squished or smashed. In fact, many bees lose their stinger after attacking, which is sort of like your hand disappearing if you pinch your sister. No. Also, wait, what are you wearing? Bee armor. That's not going to work. It was designed for dragons. I think it can handle bees. Well, there is a kind of armor that beekeepers wear, but it looks quite a bit different. It allows them to collect honey and beeswax without getting stung by startled bees. A white color puts bees at ease. The hive boxes with removable frames for bees to build honeycomb in. The veil protects your eyes and your neck. Suit and gloves cover the skin. Beehive frame filled with honeycomb. So one of these frames goes inside this box. They slide it right in, and when they pull it out, that's covered in honey and honeycomb for people like us to have. You know, I love honey, but I'd be willing to give it up forever to never see a bee again. But giving up bees means giving up so much more than honey. Some scientists say bees are responsible for 1/3 of all the fruits and vegetables we eat. Bees have a big impact on the food chain. You see, in order for plants to grow fruits and vegetables, they need the right ingredients. We've learned about this, like sun, water, and pollen. A major ingredient they need is pollen. But since flowers can't move, they can't always get pollen from each other. I want to make a strawberry. Throw me some pollen. I don't have any arms. That's where bees fly in. A bee's fuzzy body catches pollen from flowers. Pollen falls into the next flower the bee visits. They act as a pollen delivery service, helping give flowers the ingredients they need. A single bee can visit over 1,000 flowers a day, making bee pollination powers unparalleled. Which means, without bees, there'd be a lot less yummy stuff to eat. bees are disappearing in large numbers. Bees actually need our help. Okay, I take it back. I don't want bees gone. I even sort of want to help them, as long as they don't sting me. Planting bee-friendly flowers is a great way to help bee pollination. Blue hyssop, coneflowers, asters. These are some examples of flowers that bees love. Won't that just attract more bees? Hopefully, yes. But just approach a bee like you would a dog you don't know. Don't get too close and don't try to touch it. Unless you're a flower, it should lose interest and fly away. Unless you're a flower, it should just lose interest and fly away. And if more people like you give bees a chance, they might just have, well, a chance to make the world a sweeter place. Now, have I told you how much I love bears?